Chapter 4: The Quantum Overlord. The war for the reality grid ascended into the upper atmosphere. The Eastern Vanguard moved with absolute certainty, their armada carrying an unyielding pollution designed to force the quantum core into a total blackout. But the architects of the West had one final thunderbolt, a non-linear fortress hidden beyond the clouds, waiting for the master current. Displacement wave unleashed. 1,000,000 volts of grounding current released across the clouds to choke the eastern engines. Direct system failure. The invisible shockwave fried their automated controls, short-circuiting their invincible shields from within. The armada was breaking. The Eastern Vanguard plummeted from the heavens, their anti-gravitational systems completely paralyzed. Plasma met electricity. The upper atmosphere became a high-voltage slaughterhouse as the two Titans traded absolute fury.
But Commander Vane would not bow. She unleashed the ultimate core override, flooding the engine.
The core stabilized. Direct hit. The eastern plasma beam slammed into the western core, fracturing the central ring engine.
Engine is destabilizing. The pressure is backlashing into our own grid structure. When the storm passed, the sky was a cemetery of silver and copper.
The war of the electric gods ended not in conquest, but in an icy, mutual paralysis.
But as Europe sat in darkness, a third power was quietly manufacturing the next century.
A force that did not rely on pressure and did not rely on current. A force that would split the atom itself. The age of electricity was reaching its twilight. The atomic age was waiting to detonate. The current has failed. The atom is split. Welcome to Chapter 3, The Nuclear Frontier. The war for energy enters its final, deadliest era. Deep within the desert sands, the Trinity protocol had been activated, hiding the ultimate deterrent from the eyes of the world. The countdown was universal, the final experiment to determine who would hold the keys to absolute destruction. A storm was brewing, but the real tempest was manufactured inside the steel capsule. The final second had arrived. The reaction is sustained. A new sun born on Earth, rewriting the rules of global power in a single second. When the dust settled, the age of current was over. The atomic sun had risen. The atomic Vanguard deployed its fleet, ready to enforce a new global order. The frontier was open, and the countdown to total war had begun. In the east, the news of the atomic sun triggered an icy panic. Their electronic networks were useless against the radiation.
They dug deep into forbidden archives, unlocking an ancient chemical fuel that could insulate their cores against the radioactive storm. The race for survival was re-accelerated. The old gods of current were weaponizing chemistry to fight the power of the atom. The chemical shield was raised, a wall of pure pollution designed to isolate the eastern grid from the nuclear eye of the West. The final war for global supremacy has just begun. Choose your faction in the comments below. The atomic infantry advanced through the dead zones, their armor insulated against the invisible poison left by the Trinity bomb. But the dead zones were not empty. Through the radioactive fog, the eastern counterstrike was already waiting.
Out of the suit came the cleansers, iron beasts fueled by chemical fury, charging directly into the nuclear frontline.
Total collision. The power of the split atom crashing against the unyielding wall of chemical defiance.
My weapon is corroded. The chemical mist is dissolving the atomic fuel rods. Fall back! Fall back!
The atomic Vanguard was pushed back. The chemical hunters reclaimed the dead zone, enforcing a new blackout.
The entire sector is blinded. We have lost the signal of Platoon 7. The chemical interference is absolute.
Atomic launch. The West answered with absolute fire, vaporizing the chemical stronghold in a single blinding second.
They think their split atom makes them kings. But they forgot that the Earth belongs to the elements. Release the secondary reserves.
If they want total war, then we will poison the sky until their new sun goes dark forever.
The sky was poisoned. The chemical armada launched its final deterrent, preparing to choke the nuclear eyes of the West. Please. When the sun broke through the fallout, nothing remained but a landscape of radioactive glass and chemical ash. The nuclear frontier ended not in victory, but in a divided world. A cold peace maintained by the fear of absolute global extinction.
They built their peace on atoms and chemicals, but they forgot. The nuclear frontier concludes, and the electric resistance begins.